What's up, guys? Congratulations on surviving yet another Christmas holiday and almost another year. Don't you quit on me now. Anyway, yeah, as the title is, this is gonna kind of be about my smokehouse. But first, a word from our sponsor, me. I make and sell BB machine guns that are the most advanced thing that you could imagine as far as they go. If a BB gun could grow up, it would kind of be like crossing, let's say, Kobe Bryant with Stephen Hawking and a space ninja. Anyway, here's a picture of two of them I sent out last week. And here's one I just made. All right, while we walk, I'm going to go ahead and talk. Yesterday, I got some messages from Bruce, and he said he's going to be giving me some jewelry. So, I'm like, whoa, okay. What this is, he claims to have eliminated jams and Superbirds. And what he's done, I talked to him a few days ago, maybe a week ago, something like that. And what he's done is he's taken an auger and soldered the spring on it. So he says that gets rid of jams. I'll have to admit, I'm a little bit skeptical because I've had that same eureka moment that he's had. I've got a record of having it 3 times within a day. That span was probably within a couple of hours. But he says he's got 3,000 rounds through it with no malfunctions. He's going to send me a couple to test, and fingers crossed. I tell you, I'm starting to wonder if his last name is Wayne. He also sent me this picture of his babies. But anyway, on with this smokehouse. Uh, let's see. Several years ago, I used to work at this factory, and what we did was we dressed axles for Freightliner, and what that entails is putting the brakes on them, filling them up with oil, and this and that and the other. My job was a forklift operator, and they had me doing like 3 or 4 jobs. But anyway, one day they had me out in the lot working on dunnage, and they were wanting me to clean it up. So I was throwing away all this crap. And they had these sides. Let's go over here and take a look at the sides. I said, man, I could do something with these. So I asked my supervisor if I could take some of them home. And he's like, sure, why not? So I got a whole bunch of them. And I've used them for storage boxes and things like that in the past. And I got the idea quite a while ago to make a smokehouse out of them. Anyway, that's them. And they're just like 1x6s, and they're designed to break down. They've got hinges on the sides, so they come on skid like so, behind this piece of plywood. And so the idea is you're working out of this box, and the parts are stacked lower and lower and lower. So you get down a layer, you can take off one of these sides, just stack it up on another skid, and keep on rolling. So I got a bunch of those, and trying to find the motivation to do stuff can be difficult, but it's really not all that hard since I quit drinking back over the summer. So I had stacked these up, and had them that way for a while, but I didn't stain it or do anything to it other than just stack them up on these blocks. One of the problems was I couldn't really figure out if I wanted to have it like a permanent structure and mount it with 4x4s or 6x6s or whatever. So I decided to just go on like a semi-permanent deal. I think the most money I have in this is this thermometer. That's a nice one. And normally I would be real fastidious about getting any extra stain where it's not supposed to be, but it's just a smokehouse, and I wanted to get it done. So yeah, I do have some splips and splatters, but who cares? It's just a smokehouse. And back here's the business end. That's where smoke goes in, and this is where meat comes out. Now, yesterday I was in here and I'm using some of this insulation, and hopefully it won't put off any fumes or anything like that. I was looking up the melting point of polystyrene, and it's something like 467, 69 degrees, so we should be good with that. Our firebox is an inexpensive tent stove, and that was another issue because where the chimney comes out, this is a funky size, so it's not standard. You can't really fit it with off-the-shelf pipes. So what I wound up doing is I got this 4-inch 45 degree exhaust. I found that somewhere online, and I put some holes in it, threaded it, just have some stainless steel screws going around it, and got myself a little Ridge's dryer hose. And for cold smoking, I can expand this or add on pieces. And I've been trying to figure the best way to cure a ham. And if any of you guys have any information on that, it's good information. I'm probably going to be doing like a lot of research on prosciutto. Now I know you don't smoke prosciutto, but I can certainly hang it in here. But yeah, as far as curing, it seems like there's a million different ways to do it. I'm just kind of looking for a few good ways and run from there. Let's see. So yeah, today I'm actually going to go in and do a little bit of work on y'all's guns that I've got. I had a Superbird come back. No, not a Superbird. One of the Freebirds come back. Fortunately, this guy lives up in Charlotte. So he lives an hour away, but his where he works is only 30 minutes away. So actually, I was gonna deliver it to him because I thought that he lived near his work, but it was an hour away. He wound up coming down here to pick it up, and while we were testing it out, it jammed, and it hadn't jammed on me during tuning, and so I figured it was good to go. And then we took all the BBs out, and I found a screw. It looked like a brass screw. It was wedged between the auger and the housing. So I took that out. I don't know where this thing came from. It might have been in with the BBs because I sure didn't recognize it, but it was just like a tiny little screw. And then After that, we shot it on 5K for a little bit, and no problems. And then we switched over to single fire, and the thing jammed on us. Uh, Took the jam out. It was a legitimate jam. There weren't any screws in it or anything like that. So we took it out and kept running, and it was fine. So he took it on with him, and he said that he'd had problems with it ever since. Uh, so I met him up at his work in Charlotte. Excuse me. And we were discussing it. I was looking at it, and they said he couldn't get it to cycle more than about 20 or 30. And I'm looking at it, and I wound the auger back. You can do that with these. And there wasn't a jam in it. So I'm going to try to make it jam with me. Now, I did notice that he had a standard paintball regulator, which may have played a part in it. I got a message from somebody else who bought one, and he was trying to use CO2 out in the cold, and that wasn't working out too well for him, so I gave him some advice on that. So hopefully that's his only problem. But yeah, things are kind of on hold until we figure out what's going on with these jams. I've been working on something a little bit different than what Bruce has been working on. I've got to go up to work and just kind of wait around on some parts to be delivered, and I'm going to tinker around with a few machine guns while I'm there. But yeah, we're up there in the parking lot up in Charlotte, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, I sure do wish I could shoot this thing, but that probably wouldn't be a good idea up there in Charlotte in a parking lot. But anyway, I might take you guys with me for that. I'm not sure if this is later or until then. So if it is later, later.